So, internet has been going crazy over this new personal AI assistant. They changed their name to Maltbot. It used to be called Clawdbot, and Claude as in like with claws. Changed to Maltbot, anthropic pressure. It sounds the same, I guess, so they changed the name. People may have been confusing it with Claude. People on X are raving about it. I just did a search for Clawdbot, and now you can see how many posts are there that are going viral. Founder of Clawdbot is not lucky. Insane. Another one, people are rushing to buy Mac Minis to install Clawdbot. It has native integration to Mac's apps, but it's a $600 machine. Some people are even running on Clawdbot on Android phones. In some zip codes in the US, I think, they have run out of Mac Minis. I haven't tinkered around with it. I'm going to install it from the beginning. So let's get into it. I have a Mac, but I'm not going to install on my machine, nor I'm going to buy a Mac Mini. So I'm going to use Hetzner to install this. It runs on your machine, any chat app. All these are supported, WhatsApp, Telegram. I think we are going to use Telegram because Discord also you can use it. I think there are some problems with WhatsApp because when integrated with WhatsApp, every inbound message goes to the agent. Whereas in Telegram, you can restrict it to a channel or like a chat. Only the messages that you send to that chat will be sent to the agent. It integrates with Obsidian, GitHub, Gmail, and everything. It even can use browser. You have active community as well. So let's get into it. I haven't done this before. So what I'm going to do is pretty much what you will be experiencing. I'm a coder, so I know a little bit of it, but I'm pretty sure that none of them gets it actually in the first try. So we're going to try this. Let's do it together. Traditionally, ChatGPT and other LLMs, you have to initiate the chat to get a response. So what it does is this is actually taking it further. Similar to ChatGPT task, what they try to do, this system can initiate the conversations to its users. So if I install it on my machine, it will talk to me. It will message me on WhatsApp, Telegram. You can connect it to these software here with much more. 50 plus integrations here. And you can also have a look at what people have built. So this is what people are building. This is what companies have been trying to do it from the beginning, I think. Each agent in this multi-agent system, you can configure them to have its own personality, how it will talk to you. You have browser control. You have the full file system access. So this is why people want to put it on their own Mac Mini. They don't ideally want to put it on your own machine. So they want to put it on a separate machine on these Mac Minis. How you can install it using a $5 Hetzner machine, which is like a remote server that you can buy. We will work together through the problems should we encounter any problem. So we have the documentation ready, GitHub here. In just a few days, it has jumped to 67. This is completely open source. You can contribute to their code. You can actually see the code. Even clone this on your machine and using a coding agent like Claude Code, you can actually ask how it works and to get a better understanding. This is what it does. Look at the start history here, Jan 11, and then it's shot up on Jan 25th. So let's hop on to the documentation here, getting started. It is mainly designed for Mac OS in mind. Launch Malt app. So we do have some prerequisites here. Recommended path is to use the CLI onboarding wizard. I am going to go to my Hetzner. So Hetzner is like a server in the cloud. You have a remote server, you put your programs there. So this is where we are going to install Maltbot. So once you sign in, you can, let's just create a new project to put everything in. Give a name Maltbot. Let's create a server. Add server. Select the cost optimized. Select the 2 and 4 GB in Helsinki. That's far from me. The one that is near to me is Singapore, but that's costly. So let's do the $5 one and see how it performs. I'm going to select Ubuntu. No SSH key. Port 19. That's probably about $5. Create and buy now. So now it is getting provision. So let's wait for it to finish. I think you can SSH into it. Click on it. And you can open the console here by clicking on that. Or this is a bad way to interact with it. It's web console. So let's copy the IP instead and try to SSH into from terminal. SSH. Yes. As for my password. Password will be sent to your email. So I'm just copying and pasting my password there and enter. So that will go now. Okay, I have to exit and that is a root password. So root. So that's what you have to give. By the way, I will put all the commands that you have to type in here into a document and attach to the video. There will be a link somewhere. So now we have to change your password immediately. Let me change that. Log in again. Choose a secure password. Now you're in. Oh no, enter your current password and then the new password. And now we are in the machine. It's going viral, it's crazy. Someone's YouTube video went viral, like 1 million impressions on X or something like that. Yeah, let's go back to the documentation. Copy this, install the CLI recommended. Let's click on the copy button over there, go back to the terminal, paste that there. Before that, let's update using this command. We can do apt update. So that's updating the OS itself. We need to upgrade. Why? We have gotten a brand new machine, so we are just making sure that it is upgraded and the latest version of software on it before we start installing Maltbot. So that is the command that we got from the documentation. Enter that. It's taking a while. Let's wait for that to finish. All right, that failed because the port is not open. So the outward traffic, we need to open it up. So going back to Hetzner, there are firewalls here, and create a firewall. We need to allow the ports outbound rules. So we need to add a rule, any use TCP 443, which is the HTTPS port, SSL port, and add a rule. TCP 80, maybe we'll have to come back and change it if we need more. So create that firewall. 4 rules apply to 0 instances. So that means we have to come back to server and then go to firewalls here, apply firewall, and click the firewall that we just created, apply that, which is that here. You can probably create that from here as well by clicking on create firewall. It will take the same screen. One step less. But let's see now whether it works. So we have opened up that 443 port. Let's try again. It doesn't look like it's working. So do we need to restart it? So let's just reboot it and see. That's done, I think. Then let's go back and connect it back again. Same command as SSH root. Yeah, we need to reboot it. So make sure you reboot it to the firewall to get applied, I think. Or maybe it's because we upgraded and didn't reboot after that. It's installing Node.js, Git already installed. So these are all the prerequisites. It's already installing all that. Now it's installing Clawdbot. So you don't actually have to install Git and Node.js separately. While that is running, let's go and check the documentation again. You can also install using Windows PowerShell, run the onboarding wizard. That is the next thing that we have to do. But you will choose local versus remote gateway, OpenAI code, or Codex subscription, or other API keys. Anthropic, we recommend an API key. I'm going to use this so that it actually uses my cloud subscription rather than using an API key. Not really sure why they recommended that though. Providers, Telegram. Actually, it actually started on its own, the onboarding screen. So Clawdbot, onboarding, you don't actually have to manually start the onboarding like it says here. I understand this is powerful and inherently risky. Continue. Clawdbot agents can run commands, read, write files, and act through any tools that you enable. They can only send messages on channels you configure. For example, an account you log in on this machine, or a bot account like Slack or Discord. If you're new to this, start with the sandbox and least privilege. You could also do that on your own Mac, but with sandbox, it will also limit the agent, what the agent can do. Use the arrow keys to select yes. Let's do the quick start. So I'm going to put my Anthropic. I'm going to select, oh, there's so many of them actually. AI, Anthropic, Minimax, Synthetic, Venice AI, Google. I wonder if I can use Open Router. Let's do Anthropic. I do have a Minimax API key as well. We do the Anthropic token method. Token provider Anthropic only supported. Return, enter again, paste the Anthropic setup token. So now I have to come to my Mac terminal. This is outside the VM. This is my machine now. I open up a new terminal. Then I can say cloud setup token. Oh, it opens my, I think the password will go to my Apple keychain rather. So I'm not really sure where it gets stored, but let's see. If not, we'll have to install Cloud Code on the VPS and then we can come back. Let's try. Let's close that and come back to the terminal. Yes, we do get the auth token here. So copy that. Go to our Ubuntu machine, which is where Maltbot resides. Command V there. Enter. Token name. Default is fine. Enter. Model. Model may be Opus 4.5. Latest. Select that and select a channel. I'm going to use Telegram port. This is actually pretty good. It's actually walking you through all the different channels and how to set it up. DM security. Default is pairing. Unknown DMs get a pairing code. Approve with Clawdbot pairing approve. Public DMs require DM policy. Allow from. I have no idea what these are. You have docs here so that you can refer to. if you want. Yeah, I'm in Vietnam, so I may be able to use Zalo. Okay, but we are going to use Telegram because that is more global. Discord is very well supported now. Simplest way to get started is Botfather. So let's open a Telegram and chat with Botfather. So let's go to Telegram, and I forget new bot. Yes, new bot. I'm just going to call it AI Malt. Yes. And that is the token that you have to copy code, and then paste it here. Oh no, I fucked it up. I started from the beginning. Yeah, because it had like special characters. All right, so I'm going to redo that all. I'll report back. What happened here? Oh no, I didn't actually fuck it up. I thought I fucked it up, but it was all right. Yeah, it just was giving me a preview of what I had already selected. That's all right. Hopefully it will resume from where we left off. This is why you should always read what's on the screen. All right, so it is resuming actually. Yes, create all directory at yes. It's default, so I'm just install gateway service now. Node recommended, required for WhatsApp and Telegram. Bund can corrupt memory or reconnect. So, okay, so node updating plugins, Clawdbot plugins. It uses a WebSocket gateway target. Looks like it's finished. What do we do now? Daemon is installed. It's all automatically selected. The documentation is a slightly outdated, I think. Let's see if it is working. Let's open Telegram and say our RC is hash maltbot. Click on that, the one we just created with Botfather. And that should take it to start a conversation. Clawdbot access node configure your Telegram user ID. Oh, this is from Maltbot. Okay. Ask the bot owner to approve with Clawdbot. So we have to copy this command. So it is running Clawdbot already. That was simple. And paste it into our virtual machine on Hetzner. And then we do get the pairing code here as on Telegram. And then we paste it at the end. And Clawdbot pairing approved Telegram and that code. Enter approved. And then we can say yo. Yo, just woke up here, fresh install, blank slate. I don't even have a name yet, so who are you and who should I be? My name is Hashin, but people call me Hash. I don't know what to call you. Let's figure it out together. Enter. This is so easy actually. It's actually performant. It's actually fast as well. $5. And plus, if you have a $20 Anthropy subscription, that is also pretty cool. Nice to meet you, Hash. All right. Let's workshop this. A few directions we could go. Techie AI vibes. Byte. Compact. Digital. Hex. Pulse. Kit. Nova. Zeph. Glitch. Moth. Hash and Hex. No, I don't really like it. I like Kit. I like Sprocket. Is good. I want to see if I can send a voice message. Sprocket is good. And that works. I don't have transcription set up yet. Can't hear what you said. Sprocket is good. I'm using HTTPS. And that's why I'm talking to the mic and it transcribes into the text box here. Vibe check. How do you want me to come across? Chill, casual. Chill and casual is good. Casual. So it has to go through Europe and come back. So there is that latency as well. Drop me your time zone. I am in Da Nang, Vietnam. Give me a rough idea that I am into. I make SaaS products, automations, AI automations, and I'm pretty much into coding and AI agents, agentic systems. I try to sell offers in AI automations using stuff like N8N or using agentic platforms like OpenAI's Agents SDK, Google ADK. I'm into making micro SaaS and SaaS applications and try to sell it. I have developed a recent SaaS called Brand Brain, which is like you actually. Basically what you're doing, I was trying to do using the web version. So basically you have the brain and you have the legs. Similarly, I have the same thing, but I have targeted towards marketing, not a general purpose AI agent. Yeah, that's what Brand Brain is. Let's see if we can schedule something. Let me lock it all in. Brand Brain sounds cool. The brain legs architecture makes sense. General purpose agents like me are jacks of all trades, but a marketing focused agent can go deeper. It's actually pretty good. One more thing before I delete my birth certificate. Any hard rules where I should operate, like things I should never do without asking first. Stuff you want me to be proactive about. I'll just say, I just want to test the proactivity. So can you send me a message just saying howdy every 10 seconds for the next 30 minutes. I mean, not 30 seconds. Oh, I made a mistake there. Oh, that was corrected by the TTS. So anyway, we will send that and we'll see if it will schedule it and send it so that we can test the schedule. A proactivity stress test. Let's do it. Once, so I should probably get it about right now. Maybe not. Let's wait for a... Oh, howdy. That is pretty cool. Well, people are making apps, running their life and agencies. Howdy is pretty good. Yeah, that may be the 10 seconds is working. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right, let's try some skills now. So skills are like, Anthropic skills. It's compatible with that. Similarly, Clawdbot has skills. Proactivity test passed. I use sleep message sense. For actual scheduled stuff like reminders, I would use a cron system. Oh, this one, they actually looks like, because it's 10 seconds too close together. That's probably why it selected the sleep method to send it to me. We good to wrap setup, or you want to poke at anything else? I just want to ask you, how do I set up skills for you? All right, it is telling me Clawdbot skills list. Skills are basically specialized instruction packs that teach me how to do specific things. There are two ways to get them. Install from Claude Hub, Clawdbot skills install. Create custom skills. You can build your own. Each skill is just a folder with skill.md file, instructions for me plus any scripts or references it needs. What I already have, GitHub, Notion API, this all come pre-built. There's also a skill creator, it seems like, helps me build new skills to see what's installed. Weather, Blue Bubbles, iMessage integration. Oh, I'm on Ubuntu, so that won't work. Slack, Tmux, remote control for Tmux sessions. I don't know really what that is. So let's fire off Clawdbot skills list here. So Clawdbot skills list. Oh, that's a lot actually. Let's see. 1Password. Set up and use 1Password CLI. It's good for password management. Apple Notes. So this is why people are going with Mac Mini. Let's see. Apple reminders are integrated. These are all natively integrated with Apple system. Bear Notes, Bird, probably install Bird. How do I install Bird? I'll just tell it and see if it does it for me. Can you install Bird for me? Not Word. Bird skill for me. And see, should be able to install it, right? Maybe it is installing. While that is doing, maybe we can read through this. You have capture frames or clips from an RTSV. I don't know what that is. Cloud Hub. Aids control, aids sleep pods, status, temperature, alarms, and schedules. Aids control. Gemini CLI for one-shot Q&A summaries and generations. Probably connects to Gemini. GIF grep. Search GIF providers with CLI and TUI. There may be something to do with like good social media setup here. Obsidian. I use Obsidian mainly for my second brain. Work with Obsidian walls and automate via Obsidian CLI. MacPorter model usage. OpenAI Imagen, Whisper API. That's probably what is transcribe audio. Trello, video frames, voice calls, start voice calls via Clawdbot voice call plugin. So it looks like it can actually make cold calls, acquire new customers, capture and automate macOS UI with Peekaboo CLI. That's probably one of the greatest features. 11 less text to speech. Okay, this is the GTD app, Mac. If when a user asks Clawdbot to add a task to things list, maybe I should get a Mac Mini with a sandbox environment on my local machine. Nano Banana Pro. So, okay, this is pretty good for lead generation. I am going to test out lead generation on this one, and then I'll make another video on this. Voice mode. And Bird skill is installed, but it shows missing because Bird CLI binary is not on the machine yet. Try Bird. Yeah, Bird is installed. It's already done, I think. Okay. So if I do... Can you search for Clawdbot on X and see what's trending? Clawdbot. I'm going to. No dice. Bird needs Twitter auth cookies to search. It doesn't have a auth token and CT0. Yeah, I think. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit longer, so we'll do it in a separate video. Setting up skills and stuff like that. I probably do the lead generation first. Just have to go to developer platform and create that auth token. But it did tell me that it will try to set up the auth token. I'll try to grab your cookies from browser automatically. If that doesn't work, we are on a headless server. It doesn't have a browser there. Connected to a remote server that runs browser using Playwright MCP, but remote Playwright. something like that. Probably will be complicating too much. So those would be one of the reasons that you would install with something that has a UI. The server that we provisioned on Hetzner, it just has the command line interface. It doesn't have a UI there. So that's why it's saying headless server. I'll show you that in the next video. Clawdbot on Hetzner, build your always on AI employee. So I will try to set up an AI employee in the next video. Maybe a social media manager and lead for local area. The proactive local first, we tested that. Action oriented, pretty straightforward. We didn't spend $600, but we don't have the native Mac integration. So I'll try to integrate into my machine. We did the Anthropic Cloud setup, token, Telegram account, all very straightforward, 30 minutes. If I'm not talking, probably it could have been done in 30 minutes for sure. Ubuntu, this is what we selected. SSH root to your IP address. I should have just followed this. Why did I prepare this? Gateway mode, we didn't have to select any of this because we did select this and this. And we didn't have to select the log. Enter the Telegram token, we did that. And SolMD, that's what we created by chatting back and forth. Identity, we called it Sprocketer and gave it a tone, casual tone, and to organize my digital life. And automation, the morning briefing, briefly, sending repeated messages to us. I should probably test this one out as well for morning briefing. For that, I will have to add the calendar and all that, MCPs, things like that. Web research, Clawdbot, headless browser. The bottom line, cheaper than virtual assistant, smarter than a chatbot. Join Discord date, accept the invite. I'm human. Open Discord. Where did it disappear? Wow, that's all. It's very active, I think. Let's see what they're talking about. Google Pro account with. So if you have some questions, you probably can ask it here as well. Seems to be pretty active. Users helping users. It's another channel. Hardware praise. There are some Clawdbots here. ITS. Clawdbots for community ops. Intake triage, negotiation planning. Sidecar tool agent for richer Discord message handling. Add Kubernetes probably. That will mean that you can actually deploy on Kubernetes. Browser automation. Kimi API running Clawdbot from AWS Ubuntu instance. I will actually cover that using a local LLM, using Olama or VLLM. It's actually free, totally free, apart from the tools and MCP servers that you use. I will see you in the next video.